If you're going to the Oregon coast, you're not going to want to miss this little hike. I'm going to call it the little hike that could, but this might be Oregon coast's best kept little secret. Let's get into it. So I used to go to Rockaway Beach every year for years for family reunion. And this boardwalk is on the newer side and literally a stone's throw away from where we stayed. So to get to this boardwalk, it's actually located just south of the town of Rockaway. And the parking lot is going to be on the mountainous side of Highway 101. And if the parking lot is full, because it's not very big, you can park on Highway 101. So what are the trail stats? Well, the trail is only 1.1 miles round trip, the total elevation gain of less than 50 feet. So this is a trail that just about anyone can do. So when you start this boardwalk, you're going over the swampish area of Saltair Creek as it meanders its way to the ocean. And this is a perfect example of how dense the Oregon and Washington coast can get from the influence of the Pacific storms and the Pacific Ocean itself. So as you're making your way down the boardwalk, you can just tell how impenetrable this area can be. There's areas where the undergrowth literally makes a tunnel that you can walk through. It's quite stunning. It's beautiful, especially seeing all the skunk cabbage that lines the boardwalk. It's quite impressive. So after about 0.2 miles on the boardwalk, you'll reach an intersection. The left fork goes to a viewing platform. You can skip it, but if you want to know what's there, this is what's there. It's kind of hilarious. So you're going to want to go right. The boardwalk continues through the swamp for a short distance before entering more traditional forests of the Pacific Northwest. At this point, the trail is going to turn sharply left and continue along through the forest. So at one point, the boardwalk is going to suspend itself over Saltair Creek, and shortly after that, you'll reach the biggest cedar tree in Oregon State. And the boardwalk here goes around the entirety of the tree itself, which is quite impressive. It's gnarly, it's burly, it's tall, there's plants growing on plants. I think there's even a hemlock tree that's growing on the cedar tree itself, 30 feet in the air, and its roots are coming down the trunk of the tree. And there's also plaques around that talk about how this tree has withstood tsunamis because it's still in the tsunami zone of the Oregon coast. It's just beautiful. It's quite impressive just to hang around and just marvel at the mass and gnarliness of this tree. It's pretty amazing. So there's really not a lot to digest with this hike. It's a pretty simple boardwalk. It's only 1.1 miles. It goes over the swampish area of Saltair Creek and goes to quite a beautiful tree. So I think my biggest complaint is when we did the boardwalk, it was kind of a long stretch of dry period. So the swampish area was dry in several places, and people were jumping off the boardwalk to take their pictures in the skunk cabbage. And I understand why people want to take their picture with it because it is quite impressive, but in the process they trampled on the skunk cabbage, and it's kind of sad to see. I know it'll bounce back, but this was an amazing place, an amazing boardwalk, and that's why I rate this trail all day, every day. One last tip. At one point along the boardwalk, you'll go by this osprey nest that's right next to the boardwalk. It's quite cool, but don't linger because, yeah, there's a lot of poop. And, yeah, you might get tagged. Just FYI. But seriously, I think this is one of Oregon coast's best kept little secrets. It's such a beautiful boardwalk. It is quite impressive, and it's well worth your stop. But let me know if you've done this boardwalk and what you thought of it. Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video, please hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.